Well, good morning. I'm Aaron Bowman, W4ARB. I'm a CW operator. I love to operate CW in the field and share it with you here on YouTube. I'm about to set up and do Parks on the Air activation here in Tuskegee National Forest. And I've got with me my Yaesu FT891, and this morning I'm going to be using the Chelegance MC750. So, it's a good old setup right there. If I was going to recommend just one field setup, or if I was going to have just one field setup, and the MC750 would probably be it, because it's just such a versatile antenna. I've used it a ton. I love lots of other antennas. I wouldn't even necessarily say it's my favorite field antenna, but it is probably the most versatile and easy to set up. It can handle 100 watts. It's pretty good. And yeah, works really well. Also got Sawyer here with me this morning. Come here, Sawyer. Let's show the people how much you have grown. Isn't that crazy? He is 5 months old now. A lot bigger than the first video that I did with him. He's been coming with me a lot. Good little activation buddy, getting him trained up right. All right, let's get this antenna set up, radio set up, get on the air and make some contacts this morning. Well, I normally set this antenna up on that side of the table, but I'm going to set it up back here today because I've got Sawyer with me. And I don't want him messing with the radio wires and the coax and such. But you can see in here I've got the full kit. There's actually a few accessories that I don't have, but I've got the MC750, which it comes with that. That's the base set, right? So you get the radials, ground spike, a little bar that goes on top of the ground spike, 40-meter coil, and then the telescopic whip. And then additionally, I've got one of the tripods. The tripod works. It is a little light, so you do have to kind of sit something on it if it's windy at all. But it certainly works, especially if you can't put something in the ground or you're setting up on concrete or gravel. It'll get the job done. So I kind of have it more as a backup for when I can't use the ground spike, but I much prefer to use the ground spike. I also have the 80-meter coil. I have used it a couple times, made a handful of contacts with it. It works, but I mean, come on, it's a 17-foot whip antenna, so it's not exactly the most efficient 80-meter antenna. But I'm going to go ahead and put it all together here before I stick the spike in the ground. Put the coil on top. I know the price of these has gone up, man, with the tariffs and such. Made the price of them go up on DX Engineering. I'll link it in the description. You can check out what it is. They used to be $250 DX Engineering, $179 if you buy directly from Chelegance, but they are made in China, so you had to pay for the shipping from China and wait for it. So it really didn't come out a whole lot cheaper to buy them from Chelegance directly before. It was like $50 shipping, so you may save $50 or $30. But man, I have no idea if you order it from Chelegance right now what it would end up costing. I think their base price is the same, but who knows? At least with DX Engineering, you know what you're going to pay. But the price has gone up. Yeah, it is what it is. All right, I'm going to go stick this in the ground. Hopefully I can find a soft spot over here. Goodness, Sawyer. That works. Kind of go right by the wood that surrounds the little picnic site here. Give some nice soft soil. Put these radials on. I see you looking at that wire interested. That wire's not for you, Sawyer. That's why I'm setting it up over here. All right, I'm gonna extend this whip up. Should be good. Alrighty. Got in the bag, I keep this 15-foot piece of coax. I think I'm going to use my 25-foot here so I can route it around the other side of the table away from Sawyer. Put all these other things back in this bag. It all fits in here nice. Genuinely, you can get any 17-foot whip, especially if you get it like a 40-meter coil with it, and do this exact same thing. So don't think it's unique to the Chelegance by any means. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. Buy whatever the heck you like. Wolf River coil makes the same thing. They're all going to perform the same. It's the same antenna essentially, just a different packaging. Okay. Well, I've got that routed around. Coax ran over here. So let's grab the good old trusty Yaesu FT891. I've used the heck out of this radio. And I'm gonna keep using the heck out of it because it's a good little radio. Right. Battery wise, I've got Bioenno 12 amp hour in my water bottle pocket here. I don't even take it out. Just leave it in the pocket. And this little power cable up. Now I'll just sit over here by me. And I'm going to use my computer for logging this morning because it's nice and dry out. I like to do that when it's nice and dry. Just makes the upload process easier. Alright, plug in my CW key. Modern Morse CW key, as always. Realized I've been using this for all but maybe 2 or 3 activations since I got it. It was last June, I think, so a year. It just kind of checks all the boxes for me. Lots of gnats around this morning. I should have brought some bug spray. I really need to remember to get some to put in my bag. Keep forgetting. Okie dokie. Move this camera around to a better angle. Get these gnats away. Whew. Yeah, it's wild. I don't know if you can see all of them on camera or not. They like me today. Alright, I've got my log started over here in fast log entry. So I'm going to try to do the split screen thing again today so you can see what I'm doing on it. And I got the Parks on the Air page pulled up on the other side so that I can enter my spot and watch it and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm not really going to pay any attention to band conditions or all that this morning. Just going to have some fun. Let's see what my power level is set at. I'm at 80 watts right now. I'm going to back that down to 50. Start out at 50 watts. See what my CW key speed is set at 23 words a minute. I'm going to stay there. I like 23 words a minute a lot. On 7.044. Here's somebody in the background there, so we're going to change frequencies. Let's go ahead and do that. Come down here like 7.038. Listen for a minute there. Change it here in my log. Let's go ahead and get my spot ready to put in. 7038 US-4451 comment CW. I don't hear anything. Let's check SWR real quick though. I'm pretty sure it'll be perfect. Doesn't even register on the SWR meter on the radio, so perfect 1-to-1. I actually have the whip pulled all the way out on my MC750, so it's a good section past the 40 meter mark. I find that the 40 meter mark's a little too short most of the time. I guess it probably depends on soil and all kinds of other things, but whatever. Pull it all the way out. Got perfect SWR. Happy with that. All right, let's call QRL. Just make sure the frequency is indeed free. Sounds good to me. To my spot. Start calling CQ. So I get to get a cup of coffee. Sawyer's content down there with his bone. Goodness, Sawyer, you okay? He just bonked his head on the other side. Sorry, that's probably loud on camera too. guess I go and work here real quick. Alright, 6 in the log already. Doing pretty good. A little bit of QSB on 40 meters, but it's kind of to be expected. I think it. Alright, I'm gonna call CQ again. Maybe they'll come back. I missed that call. I'm sure you can hear it on the video, but I just missed it. Definitely some fading going on. Hear that? Okay. I give it 359 because it's a lot of fading, but his strength's actually really strong. know that call, M-E-T. Nice, loud truck. All right, 13 in the log so far on 40 meters. I might change up to 20 meters here in just a few minutes. I'm gonna speed down a little bit. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and QSY to 20 meters. Let me do that real quick. Take this 40 meter coil off of the MC750 and we'll be back on the air momentarily. I'm going to try to do 14.044 because that keeps, 38. Yeah, 38, 14.038. Because that would keep me on the exact same .038 that I was on 40 meters. Okay, let me go take this coil off. Okay, coil removed. Now with the whip still fully extended, I'm going to check and see what my SWR is. So I'm at like 1.2, so I'm not even going to touch it. I could move it down to the 20 meter band mark, but it's perfect right where it is. Good enough. Really, anything below 1.5 is good to me. Yes, Sawyer, you want to say hi? Say hello. You're a good puppy. He's just been over, laying under the table, chewing on his bone. All right. I'm not going anywhere. Don't you worry. I know not worrying is not your strong suit. This dog right here has some serious separation anxiety. He likes to be around me 24/7. All right, I don't hear anything on this frequency. I've been sitting here for a second. It's called QRL. I think we're good. Go ahead and start calling CQ. Let RBN respot me, it will. See if we can get a few more contacts on 20 meters. I'm at 17 contacts so far. Not bad. So my first contact was at 12:15, and my last one before I changed bands was 12:34. So what's that? 19 minutes total from first contact to last. It's almost 1 a minute. All right, looking at RBN, I'm getting out on 20. Oh, Americano. That's one thing. It's a luxury that I do love, is having an espresso machine at home. It's nothing like a good Americano. crank power up to 100 watts. Because why not? Only got a few minutes left, so we're going to just do it full power. I think the downside of running 100 watts is that sometimes people can hear me that I cannot hear well enough to work. I find the sweet spots at 50 watts, pretty much anybody that can hear me, I can hear. At least the gnats went away. Mostly. Did I get you? I think I lost him. I need to widen my filter a little bit. 800. I wish there was a way to keep the 891 at 800. Oh. a couple more contacts and call it a morning. Gotta get to work. That might be it. Another CQ caller too. 1250, I'm going to go ahead and call it. That's 1250. One more CQ, and that's it. Alright, call QRT. Well, pretty good little activation, 25 contacts. Now that I'm done with the activation, I want to see what does band conditions show. Just out of curiosity. I don't think that they're very hot this morning. Not terrible. Solar flux is 148. A index is 10. K is 1. That's actually pretty darn good. I'll put up here in the header of my log rig FT891 and MC750. And then I put solar. I've been putting this in the header up here just because I like to refer to it, right? So if I'm going back and looking at how different gear and setup and kits functions and how well it seems to perform, it's a helpful reference to have the solar conditions from that day. So SFI 148, A10, and K1. Those are the three that I'm going to put in there. So that way I know, you know, A index being at 10, it's a little high. There'd definitely be some QSB from an A index of 10, but nothing too bad, right? And SFI, solar flux index of 148. Not great, not terrible. At solar minimum, that would be a fantastic SFI, but yeah, we're not at solar minimum right now. But anyway, not bad conditions. And I got right at 33 minutes on the air and 25 contacts in the log. So, you know, say 35, round up 35 minutes on the air and 25 contacts. That's what, like, I'm not going to do the math really, but like 50 an hour QSO rate. Yeah, that's pretty solid. All in all, for a Tuesday morning, a lot of times on the weekends and holidays, of course, you'll get a lot more people on the air, so that can result in a higher QSO rate. But hey, anything over 30 an hour during a Parks on the Air activation during the week is really good. One every 2 minutes, essentially. And I can normally get that even QRP, even if band conditions aren't fantastic. There's a lot of people that hunt Parks on the Air, and boy do I appreciate everybody that does, because this wouldn't be very much fun if there was nobody hunting. So if you did hunt this morning, really appreciate you, and I hope I got you in the log. If I didn't, hope to catch you next time. I operate a lot more than I record videos these days. I just don't have that much time to edit videos right now, so life has been a little bit busy. So I've been trying to do about one every 2 weeks or so, whereas I was putting out a couple a week, and I don't have time to do that right now. So maybe I'll get back to doing that if things slow down a bit. But yep, I do what I can. I really do appreciate everybody that does join and follow along on my YouTube channel. It's crazy to believe I've been doing this for 2 years or more now. I don't even know how long I've been uploading YouTube videos, at least 2 years. But it's been fun. I don't do it to grow a YouTube channel. I have no interest in being a profitable content creator. I just like operating ham radio, love Morse code, love getting on the air. And it's fun to record it and share it on YouTube with you all, mostly so that I can talk to other hams that are interested in it, hopefully inspire some folks to get out, operate in the field, or learn Morse code, and also just get to know other people that are into the same thing as me. That's a lot of fun, so feel free to drop a comment, shoot me an email. That's really what I do this for, is for the connections that result from it. And boy, I've made a lot of really good friends online through this YouTube channel, people that I actually consider my friends. So anyway, all right, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off and say 73 from W4ARB here in the beautiful Tuskegee National Forest. See you in the next video. Thanks again for watching.